friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 6th through December the 12th. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to select your final guidance card from the Sacred Geometry Oracle. So we'll keep that for your final guidance at the end of the reading. And we're going to jump into the Lightworker Oracle to see what are the guiding messages and major themes here for Scorpio as they move through their week. Keeping in mind that there was that solar eclipse on December the 4th that brought in a lot of transformative energy, helping us close things out that no longer serve, bringing in new beginnings, bringing in a lot of spiritual truth about life path and destiny. And oh, very interesting. Let's see if there's anything else wanting to come out here for Scorpio. One more. Okay, there we go. And the bottom of the deck, of course. Okay, let's have a look here. So it looks like Scorpio is being initiated by water. So through the emotions, you are going through your spiritual awakening through the emotions, which is fitting because you're Scorpio and you're a water sign. And so that makes sense to me. You are going to experience your sort of spiritual pathway by opening up through the water, the emotions. Your emotional center is going to be where you sort of experience the divine purpose, right? Where you sort of experience where the energy is sort of guiding you. It's going to be through your emotions. So a very emotional week ahead potentially here for Scorpio, which is no big surprise, right? This idea of the initiation by water can also suggest that you're maybe a channel for spirit here. You might be sort of being guided to dislodge these lower vibrational sort of emotions so that you can become more receptive to receiving communications from your higher self and from the spiritual world. So it's an interesting time to not allow fear to sort of take hold, right? It's an interesting time to sort of not compare the emotions that you're feeling to other people's emotions. There's nothing to be compared here. You are meant to communicate with your higher self through the emotional realm. And that's not everyone's pathway, Scorpio, but it is yours. So very interesting. Now, what else do we see here? We see the key of light on the bottom of the deck, which is a beautiful message of trusting your own abilities and your ability to triumph here is being highlighted. You will be successful. You're already successful. This is sort of a card that gives you spiritual permission from the universe to succeed in your life mission. So it's like a big leg up from the universe, from Archangel Michael here, and a message of don't give up on your dreams. In fact, refuse to give up on your dreams. Refuse to, because this is a time where you are freeing yourself from situations or relationships that may be controlling you or keeping you feeling like a slave, almost like entrapped, right? You'll find that new doors will be unlocked for you as you lock the doors to the past, which is an interesting way to an interesting way to describe it. Lots of keys in this picture and doorways, as you can see. So it's an interesting analogy. As one door may become locked to the past, a new door opening up to the future. This empowering message from spirit to not give up on your dreams and to remember that everything is sort of moving according to divine grace. And when the timing is right, all the doors will be open for you. So it's a very beautiful message. We see behind that, though, the dark night of the soul. So this may not be an easy road in the sense of that emotion, right? The initiation by emotion. You might find that it takes you through a journey that can take you into the shadow parts as well. But the key of light here is going to set yourself free. You're going to set yourself free here with love, not fear. So that's the key that key of light. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what else do we see here? We see the Soul Child card, which is a beautiful message of rebirth, which is not unfamiliar to you, Scorpio, as the Death card represents you in tarot. The rebirth is upon you here. You are a child of the universe, and the intense inner work that you're doing is transforming you. It's time to get to know you on a new level. It's time for you to get to know you on a new level. Deep, deep within, there is a process in your soul that's gathering energy right now to draw you away from the old and bring you into the new. And it's time to be confident. You're getting so many signs of success here. So it's important for you to sort of embody that confidence and to not give up. This is the second sort of card that's saying to you, don't give up. So if there's a Scorpio out there that's tempted to give up, don't do it. This card could also be a sign that a new business idea or a new profession is on its way, a new relationship, new lifestyle. I'm thinking of a certain Scorpio that I know right now. I hope she's watching. It's very interesting. It could be a time for you to really sense quite a bit of change in your life. Rebirth is going to happen, so don't give up. It's sometimes darkest just before the dawn, which is really important to keep in mind, as we did see that Dark Night of the Soul card behind here, and you are going through the emotional pathway. So things could get a little bit dark before they brighten up completely, and it's important not to give up as you're walking this path, okay? Now, another important message that you've received here is this idea of past life activation, which is a card that I don't see too often when I use this deck, but I love it when it comes up because it suggests that there are talents within you that have been developing over lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And notice that you also received the Divine Talents card next to it, okay? So this is real. You've got the same two card messages here where your past life activation is happening so that you can remember your divine talents, because, I didn't show you this, but right behind Dark Night of the Soul was the spiritual service. So that could be this new profession coming in here. That could be this new experience, the spiritual service that is going to happen, because you're really stepping into remembering. You're stepping into remembering who you are, and you are being supported at every step here, Scorpio. You really are. So it's not the time to give up. Don't lose the faith in yourself now. Now is the time to hang on to it, because you're starting to remember exactly who you are and how to assist the divine plan in unfolding, right? It's interesting. The past life material that's being activated now is going to benefit you and the greater good. So your soul has a history here that is full of lessons and skills and abilities that you're starting to come online with here. This is a time for you to be useful. Spiritual service. This is a time for you to sort of expand your professional vocation, your career, your day-to-day is going to be expanded with these divine talents that are coming in through your past life activation. Now, for every Scorpio listening, it's going to be different, obviously, because we've all had, you've all had different lifetime experiences, but you have a talented soul no matter what. And your talents do not have to resemble any talents of anyone else, and they're not comparable. So don't start going down that road either. And don't be afraid to use them. Tap into these things. These are your spiritual talents. They could include things like writing, performing, healing, dancing, art, photography, cooking even. Anything that nurtures you and makes you feel like you're doing something that you're just naturally in sync with. Do you know what I mean? It's very interesting. It could truly create a new way for you to exist here in the 3D. And the whole point of you being activated into these memories is to use these talents, okay? You are being reminded to do what makes you happy. Chase your sacred bliss and express yourself in the world through your unique abilities. that are coming online in your memory here. But you can tap into them just by doing what makes you happy and chasing your bliss, and not being afraid of these talents, but using them, acknowledging them, believing in yourself and the capacity of these talents, and that they're coming online at this time in your lifetime here in 2021 for a reason. It's very, very interesting. Wow, what a start to this reading for Scorpio. What a start. Very exciting times ahead here. Don't give up is the key message, and tap into those talents by chasing your bliss, and realize that I think you're going to be starting a new path here. You are a soul child starting a brand new path here that is divinely timed. Okay, let's jump into the tarot cards here to see what is the guidance coming in for Scorpio. Page of Swords. So we see the Page of Swords as a message here for you that is that childlike curiosity that we were talking about with I believe it was the soul child card, in the sense that it's almost like adopting a brand new way to look at the world that is changing the basis of your inner belief system, right? Like your paradigm within is shifting. You're narrating a new story, and it's a new path, and you're almost been given this initiation so that you can think about things in a new way. You can expand your perspective. And I love this in particular, this page, because it has light bulbs. It's almost like these aha moments going off. And it involves perhaps a communication that you will make, or you will receive, or you will be inspired to create yourself. Very interesting. What are the obstacles that Scorpio may be facing? I'm thinking it's going to be sort of an emotional obstacle. Fear seemed to have been the main one. Yes, Five of Pentacles. So feeling that lack mentality. So a lack of abundance is on your mind. A loss. You're worried about loss. Maybe you're concerned that you're being redirected from things, and you might be starting to worry, but all is well. All is well, and it's an important step in your journey here to step away from that lack mentality. And it's almost a reminder to step away from that, and to not give up, and to not fear, but to love. To use love as your guide, not fear, as you move forward, because you have these divine talents that want to express themselves. So of course you're going to be redirected away from things that don't involve accessing those talents, that don't involve this past life activation. You will be redirected from those things. Top of mind for you is healing. Top of mind for you is getting distance from those exact things I was talking about. Healing from the old sort of way of thinking, the letting go of fear. Releasing and getting distance from any thoughts that are creating a low vibration, right? Any lack of confidence that you have, right? We want to clear that all away. We want to clear that all away. What is driving this reading for Scorpio right now? What is driving this reading for Scorpio? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. So you've sort of reached the conclusion of something. You're on solid ground. You're on solid footing. You feel secure, and it's time to initiate this new path now. It's the perfect time, because you're standing on solid ground. You're standing on solid ground. You're understanding who you are. It's like you've already sort of gone through a phase of this already. And now it's like step by step, where you're starting to feel that activation. And so the stability that you're on is creating a foundation for you to sort of feel secure in the 3D, because you're going to start something new now. It could be a new enterprise, like we said, lots of options, lots of distractions too. The Seven of Cups to me is a time of distracting options that may not serve you. So it's almost like that is all getting sort of presented to you, which could cause some emotion. The Seven of Cups represents, to me anyway, a time where you're being presented with options that have attached emotional meaning to them. And it's almost like you have to be okay walking away from some of these things, because what awaits you is a lot of abundance in a different form, doing something different. And I think that Five of Pentacles is here because it may feel like loss at first. And it's almost like you have to go through that process to come out the other end, realizing that actually you can open and close any doors you want. And in the right timing, all the doors will be open for you. And so it's almost like this is a time where you have to sort of evaluate things on an emotional level to see where you have attached meaning. It's very interesting. Now, what is the inner dialogue here for Scorpio as they move through this? What is the inner dialogue and the best guidance for them? What is the guidance for the inner dialogue? Yeah, Queen of Wands and Nine of Wands. So it's almost like stepping out of feeling stuck and realizing that you're not stuck. You're being guided through a pathway of understanding yourself that's going to lead to a time where you have this very sustainable vision that's being backed up by talent. There is something that you have, a divine talent, and you're remembering it. And you're going to use it to do service and to initiate others potentially. And it's a very interesting reading here for you, Scorpio. On the bottom of the deck, we see the Nine of Pentacles. See the Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. It's really a time of abundance, and you're seeing sort of the lifetime of lessons that you have learned the wisdom from, right? And there they are. It's like you yourself have created this wisdom that has roots, right? Like you are grounded in who you are. And I feel like you are waking up to it in a new way. And you're sort of being directed towards certain doors ending and certain doors opening, right? Like certain doors from the past are closing and certain new doors are opening up for you. And then the Ten of Cups behind that Nine of Pentacles. So it's like 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. It's very interesting. You are approaching some serious contentment here. And it's going to create a very high vibe around you that will serve you in sort of expressing your talents even more. And we see the Chariot right behind that, making choices, like with that Key of Light, making choices and getting the divine support behind you as you make those choices, which is very, very interesting. I really feel like if this is resonating for you, you must be feeling this already. You must be feeling this redirection happening. And maybe you're feeling a lot of mood swings. Like maybe this initiation by water is giving you some moodiness. But ultimately, I feel like you're tapping into that support from Archangel Michael coming in to guide you through sort of trusting the timing here. Trusting the timing of all of this and seeing the divine purpose in all of the things happening, even the challenges or obstacles. Passion. Passion is the frequency that we've selected at the beginning of your reading. Let's read the message. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight. Exactly. Balance and calm. So a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core. Exactly. Where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Yeah, you follow your bliss, Scorpio. You follow your happiness, because that's what's going to reveal to you what your divine talents are. Passion. Where do you feel passionate? Where is your joy? Where is your bliss? Where is your passion? Follow it. Follow it. So exciting for Scorpio. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Have a great week.